Warning lights spill their false dawn across the console. Shadows clamber up the walls onto the ceiling. One flickering filament hums, an effervescent electric cicada above me. I am the technician. I'm alone. Frequencies plummet, drop out like whispers. I lean closer, breathing ghosts upon the cracked glass of the display. The acrid scent of charred circuitry pierces my perception. I listen for silence and hear it, a static storm, menacing and deafening. Then, something else, a thread through the hum, a song, a memory. I pause. Something seems amiss. I think I hear a child laughing, a sound I've never been able to understand. Then I realize, I do understand. That child is me. The laughter drifts into screams and a voice begins to mutter a name. My name. No, I say aloud, as though I can banish the realization from my cerebrum through will alone. It remains pervasive, despite my plea. I sit back, holding my head in my hands, watching the amber lights flutter and pulsate. I'm like the beacon, sending signals into the void, hoping no one receives them. Yet my only hope is that someone does. More whispers break. More ghosts come to haunt me. I want to close my eyes, shut out the dull sting of the lights, the soft crackle of sound. But I don't. I lean forward, fingers trembling, cold. Cold as the glass beneath my fingertips. Cold as the life I left behind, the life I swore I could forget. My throat is tight, dry. I sit up, shaking. I pry open the side panels, scraping knuckles on metal. I need to focus on something real, something I can fix. I trace the scorched wiring, seeking its damage, running my fingers along the charred paths. The overhead filament stutters, and I'm in the dark, a deep velvet darkness. I'm in a cupboard with the handle out of reach. I'm a child again, alone. There's a moment of silence, and I feel my heart in my throat, beating like a small, frantic animal. I press my forehead against the edge of the panel. My fingers throb. I find the connections and attempt repairs, reconnecting frayed circuits as best I can, but each repair seems to short another line. I know I'm failing. The warnings scream at me. An amber assault. I barely notice. A lullaby winds through the static, threads through my memory. My sister's voice, a barely audible mutter through the bedroom wall, words we thought would keep us safe. Words I can't forget, try as I might. The bedroom, the door cracking open. Let me out, let me out, let me out. The voices thicken, cloying as smoke. My hands are shaking. I run my fingers across my scalp. I breathe shallowly. My cheeks are wet. There are words and pictures, pictures and words, memories I can't bear to know. My ears throb. My pulse is a beat beneath the static. Why did you do this to us? Why did you? My sister. Her voice breaks. My mind is quick to follow into the depths if disrepair. I collapse against the console, unable to stop this, unable to stop any of it. My childhood whirls around me. I am small and guilty and cannot be forgiven. The screams are loud, so loud. They're breaking the equipment. They're breaking me, the same way they always have. Suddenly the lights flicker. The power gives out again. Darkness fills me, floods me. Silence follows, drowning me with the black. I want to sink into it. I want it to hold me under. The emergency reserves kick in, shuddering to life. A brutal electric sunrise sweeps across me. Amber lights tear through my eyes, fill the chamber with their fractured warnings. I stare at the wires in my lap. I stare at the bleeding display, at my life, pulled apart, every component in pieces. I sit up, biting back a scream. I cannot repair this, any of it. A jolt surges through me, like electricity, like truth. My own life is fraying, and I am the fault line, the one who shears apart all that should hold. I want to be strong. I want to fix it, but I don't know if I can. I take a breath and push to my feet. I stare down at the main memory core, its casing blistered and corroded. I should open it, should open myself, pull all the raw edges back and connect them as they were. The core sputters jets of light, thin as screams. What happened to us? I hear my sister's voice, like she's right there, like she has always been. I squeeze my eyes shut. I don't want to open them again, but I have to. I see the wires tangling, waiting for my hands. I reach for them, then recoil, the truth piercing me like a blade. This broken core, it's using me, pulling from the only source it can reach, seeping into my mind. I stagger back, my legs weak. The static rushes in, my childhood spinning through me, spinning from me. If I do nothing, the system will die, and I will die with it. Perhaps I should. My sister in the hallway, her shadow beneath the door. I pull back, staring blankly as my life leaks outward into the universe from this cold machine. I sink to my knees, my back against the metal shell, the broken heart of it all. My sister's face flickers like the lights, amber and awful. I cover my ears, my mouth, my mind. The whispers never stop. I choke. My hands claw at my throat, tear away the tightness. I force myself to stand, head bowed against the noise. This core, this endless consuming core. I see my own past churning. I see my own childhood spooling from it, scarlet and thin. The system will die. I cannot watch it. I cannot watch it live. I don't know which. I'm paralyzed with indecision. Panic shreds me, more brutal than the whispers. With the last ounce of myself, I reach out, hovering, linger over the final reset switch. Once again, I must choose between the hope of rescue and endlessly confronting my darkest memories. My hand is shaking, my fingers blur. I close my eyes, blind to my own cowardice. I make the only decision I can.